You pointed at Doug.
I meant, like, go.
Go.
I'm like, well,
It's like, wait, what's Doug doing?
So James is actually here. We're not doing that joke where James is, where we're like, James, go ahead. James actually forgot to talk.
Fuck you guys. I'm keeping that in.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hanging with the Hooligans. I forgot what show we're doing here, because it's been a while since I've been here.
It has.
But nice to see you guys. Hi.
Yeah,
hello.
good to see you.
You've been pretty busy.
Yeah, we're down to the final couple weeks of the whole election season, and if you follow politics or go for any election stuff, it fucking sucks, to put it bluntly.
Yep.
But yeah, soon I'll have my life back, and, well, I won't be doing anything with it, but I'll have it.
He'll be here.
I'll be here.
He'll be here.
Now I'll be avoiding my children to come talk about dumb shit like trains and dinosaurs instead of just avoiding my children.
Well, that takes care of our train quota already.
Well,
He said it.
We got it. He did. He said the thing. He said the thing.
thing.
Oh, but hi guys. It's nice seeing ya. It's good seeing ya.
Hello.
So, God, how many episodes did I miss now?
I have no idea.
It's been a few.
3.
3?
I was going to say 3.
So in the interim, we're finally done with parades. No more fucking parades to be doing.
Yay!
I was counting up how much money I spent on candy over this parade season. Take a guess.
At least 1K.
Way higher.
1.5.
No.
I have gone over $3,500 on candy.
3,500?
Yep.
What?
Wow.
God.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Like,
We gave so many kids diabetes.
oh, we gave diabetes like crazy. So I was looking. So the biggest things on it is we were giving out full-size candy for the parade. And we're giving out those big 5-pound bags of gummy bears and shit, too.
Yep.
So we didn't do any of the pussy shit with Tootsie Rolls and shit no one actually likes.
Mm-hmm.
We had full-size Skittles and Starbursts and Swedish Fish and all the shit that I like.
Little bags of Oreos.
Little bags of Oreos. we
Yeah,
got
that
online.
was
Those
the
were real
coolest.
popular.
Oh, I will say that as soon as Halloween came around, it made it a lot easier to buy mixed candy.
Yes.
Rather than having to mix it all ourselves.
Yep.
But yeah, 12 parades, $3,500.
God.
That's-
Jeez Louise.
That's what our money goes to. It's diabetes. It's been fun.
Diabetes.
No, yeah, those
Diabetes.
and those parades were great too, because being able to go out and see everybody, wave at people, throw candy at kids.
Oh,
it's
hell
great.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, what we managed to accomplish up here this year is getting into areas that the DFL and DFL candidates have not been in since at least 08, if not longer than that. And we got up to fucking red areas. And for the most part, everything went really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, we only had that one lady that went after you, and I'm pretty sure she was drunk and just wanted you nuts.
Yep.
I mean, she wasn't that bad. It was just... you just kind of want to be like, wow, you're just a classy person, aren't you? Like, everyone was like, yay, parade, and you were like, ugh.
So she wasn't that bad looking, you're saying?
Well, I think what it comes down to is if you want candy and you don't want to complain about there being no candy, don't sit at the very end of the parade when we're all turning off.
Right?
Like, oh, hey, someone's at your door.
That's my tacos.
Ooh. Nani?
Tacos.
Oh, that's right. You ordered some tacos, huh?
Ordered some
damn.
tacos.
Oh no, it's the Black Legion. No.
But
Yes,
yeah,
I'm still
straight
in
up,
it.
don't sit at the end of the parade and start bitching that everyone's out of candy. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
that one.
Hey,
Plus, you're in
free
your 50s.
candy? Isn't that socialism? Don't you guys hate that?
We hate that socialism.
Damn liberals.
They're like, I hate socialism. Why didn't I get free candy?
Right?
Why don't you come over here and give me free candy?
I made sure they did, Chad. I made sure I went to the old people and I was like, here's some candy.
I mean,
Here's some diabetes.
maybe if they distributed
stay out
it,
of politics.
well, maybe if they distributed it equally, among everybody, including myself, I don't know, equality. Wait, no, I can't say that word. I can't say equality.
Ooh,
That's
It's
That's
equity is
equality.
the new
That's
hot buzzword. We're
equality
doing
of-
everything equitable now.
that's a quality of outcome, Doug. They need to have a quality.
there needs
of
to be a
opportunity.
means test to this candy.
They're freaking NPC talking points.
But yeah, man, it's been fun. Like I'm glad the parade season's over. We're into our last couple weeks.
What the fuck is that cup, Alex?
What the fuck is your cup?
What the fuck is that cup?
What cup?
What?
We got Fago.
Man, you can't just mainline Fago the whole way.
I gotta wash it down.
Need a drink to watch down the face.
Yeah, what about us?
A little palate.
You should have got us 3 big ass. What even is that? Dr. Pepper? Or
I
something?
tried to buy everyone fucking tacos, and you guys didn't want any.
Yeah, you didn't say giant soda cups.
I don't know, man.
Give us a report. What did you get?
Yeah.
I
Tell everyone what'd you get.
I got tacos and some potato olays.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, since potato olays are very much a upper Midwestern thing, explain
tater
what
tots.
they are.
They're tater tots.
They're tater tots with Cajun seasoning on
They're
it, pretty much.
disc-shaped tater tots.
Yeah.
Yes, they're not even full things. It's like half a tot. Now they're good though. Like I mean, you can't have
They
go
are
wrong
very
with
Oh
that.
yeah, no,
salty.
they're bomb diggity, but they're salty as all get it.
I don't
Yeah.
know about Doug saying
Dunkin'
Cajun
Shane.
seasoning.
Well, it's definitely not Mexican seasoned at all.
No,
It's
it's,
just
not
salt.
Mexican.
it's just
Well, it's not salt either.
it's red salt.
It's salty.
It's red
as hell.
salt.
It's the red salt. Isn't that is Cajun?
No, I don't think it's red salt. It tastes like salt.
Red salt doesn't make anything Cajun. Cajun spices make things Cajun.
Well, I thought. Okay, then never mind.
Just fucking.
Yeah,
Well,
Doug,
is that-
Lowry's seasoning? That's kind of what I think of when I think of like Cajun seasoning,
Yeah.
Well,
like that kind of taste.
like to me, like it's salty, but at the same time spicy-ish. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's not peppery, but it's spicy.
So, anyways, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in the Midwest and you try out a place called Taco John's,
Don't.
it's there. It exists in the Midwest.
It's accessible.
ASMR time. Oh, that was terrible.
So, what
Oh.
kind of taco?
But yeah, they even say on the bag though, it's not. It's what do they say? It's West Mex.
Carne?
Yep.
No, it's not Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
It's West Mex.
Tex-Mex inspired, I think is what they say on the.
That is what they
actual
say.
thing.
The building? Yeah.
On the
Tex-Mex
No, it says.
inspired.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Like when you miss Taco Bell because you have this.
I would sacrifice my own unborn children for a Taco Bell in this fucking town.
That's how we live in this area. That's our lives.
Yes.
Okay, so hot take. It's not. This is a lukewarm take, honestly. Taco Bell. You know how a lot of people, because you just said, when people miss Taco Bell because it's not really like a Mexican place. I don't think of Taco Bell like as a Mexican place at all.
Oh no, God no!
It's just a
not.
cheap food place.
It's
is
Taco
always-
Bell.
Yeah, it's Taco Schmel.
It is an entity unto its own.
Like, yeah, sure. You can get quesadillas, burritos, whatever. But like, I just never thought of it as a Mexican place.
No, it's fast food.
Yeah, it's fast
Yeah.
food. It's
Yeah.
fast Mexican food. Because Mexican food is bomb diggity as is.
Oh yeah.
Any taco shop to me is fast Mexican food. And well, the
Oh
ones
yeah, you get
drive
anything
through-
that ends with a Bertos on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not waiting very long, which both kind of worries me some days and doesn't. But
God.
If y'all want to start a Birdos, come out here. Any kind of Birdos. I don't discriminate.
dude, I just want Mexican food that's not covered in cheese sauce again.
Same.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex likes smothered burritos.
Well, smothered burritos
I
are
do,
one thing.
but
no.
that was when I had options to not have it.
Wait, that was you used to call them wet burritos.
Mhm.
That's the most heinous name you can give it.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's better than the cheese sauce. You get some enchilada sauce on there. It's
Yep.
fucking amazing.
I don't mind cheese sauce, but then again, that's because probably I don't eat cheese sauce on my quesadillas and
No,
my
this-
burritos and all that.
it's on too much things. That's the problem. Like it's on too much things.
I'm suffering for a burrito you can pick up.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Because at this point in time, even if you get a beef burrito at the local Mexican place, it's covered in cheese.
Dude, yeah. I want a burrito that I can put in my hoodie pocket and hold on to until I get to wherever I'm going. And it's like a little heat pack on my tum tums. before it goes into
It
my
doesn't help
cup runs.
that like I don't go to Mexican places. Like if I'm making burritos, it's like I made it myself at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we are finally getting a Korean barbecue place in Fargo, so that's something. That's at least something.
Cool, Fargo.
Yeah,
100 miles away.
I feel the need to break this up for a second. Are we gonna? All right, we're already trying the Fago.
Are we doing the Fago?
I need something to wash down that taco with.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Let's give
So
her
we
a
got
shot
some-
real quick.
Firework Fago. Supposed to be like the bomb pop flavor.
Yeah, it's really good actually.
It's off-white colored.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And it is
jizz on a good day.
delicious.
It doesn't really have. It's not like.
It's like
very
a really like
carbonated.
coconut
Well,
pineapple.
we opened
flavor.
it like 10 minutes ago now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
so it's a
good.
little flat, but
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get to getting a lot faster, but a bunch of things happened.
This
I
one
don't
isn't
know what I
bad.
think about it. Yeah, it's
just-
like
It also doesn't really like feel like soda.
no, it doesn't.
Kind of gives me like almost Baja Blast kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a Baja Blast Light.
Yeah, like a mix between Baja Blast and Squirt.
There, yeah, okay.
I miss Squirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can get Squirt here, but
I think I got a little bit of like a
Well, I
medicine.
mean, aren't you
taste
married
on the
now? I
tail
mean, you can
end
get
there.
Squirt whenever you want.
What? No.
what?
It might have been the mixture of the.
Said,
food,
aren't you
honestly.
married now? You can get Squirt whenever you want.
That's true.
Body
Oh,
fluids.
actually, wait, no, I'm not married. I am engaged.
Oh.
You're basically married.
Yeah.
He's working up to the married part.
But yeah, it's fucking a lot of shit been going on. We have an office downtown that we're using for DFL stuff. Me and Doug keep posting a bunch of bait and shit on Facebook to get people riled up. It's nice. It's good times.
It is honestly like it's both stressful for me, but at the same time, I'm like, that's the most fun I've had on Facebook in a long time.
Nothing like arguing with a bunch of chuds on the Facebook.
Well, that's literally all it is.
The return of the Chud.
There's some of them on there that I don't want to call out personally online on Facebook, so I'll do it here. It's like, you've been in jail for over 12 years because of meth. You can't vote. You haven't seen your kids since they were born, and they've graduated now. Why are you voting for Trump? Why are you such a diehard fucking Trumper?
He doesn't give a fuck about you, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
he's like, he's a felon just like me.
represents me.
He's not as hardcore as me, though, because I did actually rape someone.
Well,
It's like, you got a guy who's gotten fired from over 12 jobs that I know of, has been divorced like 3 times, has not held a house for more than 6 months, and you're trying to be like, oh, I would never take your stickers, you fucking loser. It's like, dude, have you ever looked at your life?
Seriously.
God damn it, that's so funny.
There's-
I don't know who you're talking about, but just thinking about yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I guess he blocked me finally because I asked him sources. Where are your sources?
Hey, do you have any evidence to prove what you're saying, or are you just going by
Legit.
your feelings?
Here's the order of it. He threw out 5 like separate topics that had no backing evidence.
Here's my Ben Shapiro talking points.
Exactly. And I was like, interesting points of views. Can you show me evidence on this, and this? And he's like, well, here's my book report on this one subject. And I'm like, good for you,
Here's
bro.
how I feel about the evidence I'm trying to give you.
Well, exactly. I basically told him, okay, cool. Like, thank you for your can you link where you got this information from? Because that's what I want. I don't want your trust me, bro. I did the research.
Oh, you see,
And then right after that, they they cited 5 separate sources. 2 of them were just number sources, basically government documents saying, hey, these resources went to this program. And then the 2 other ones were super right-wing ones, the Washington, Wall Street Journal, and then the other one I think was Politico. Both pretty right-wing, leaning,
dude,
news ports.
freaking,
I'll give them the one though, New York Times. They quoted a New York Times, but guess what it
These
was?
are all the fact that if a alt-right guy was in the room with us right now, they would laugh in your face for calling those like right-wing. You know, the
Yeah.
It's because they're so corporate. Those are all corpo.
Well, yeah, no,
trash
yeah,
fucking
I know they
sources.
are, but so
know?
is CNN. But they're gonna sit there and go, "That's a left-leaning thing," and
Yeah.
I'll sit there and agree with them. Yeah, that's a little left wing, but it's not the left wing you think it is.
Yes,
Like,
they're real. That's how you know they're barely in the sauce because it's like you don't even understand, dude.
yeah, and so here's the thing. Like I said, I'll give them the New York Times one, but here's the thing: that was an opinion piece on an article about the resource allocation. And do you want to know what the bottom line, the TLDR of all of it is?
What?
They're pissed that they're funding elderly medical care.
Yeah.
That's the TLDR. They're bitching that some Republican came out and said they're dumping $15 billion into, I guess, Medicare Advance or whatever it's called, and it's basically the elderly medical care. And they're bitching about that. And when I brought that up, I was like, so basically you're bitching about the government spending money on elderly care? And then they banned me from there. Yep. I was like, so you hate something because... And I even told him, I'm like, listen, even if a Republican was putting this forward, I would still say this is a good fucking thing.
I would be like, aren't you old?
Yeah!
So,
I'm sorry, but aren't you old? You don't care about old people? You're old.
Hands off my Social Security and Medicare.
Like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. Like, I'd like to sit here and agree with him and be like, you know what? You're right. I think our taxes should be used for more than, like, you know, just taking care of the elderly. But at the same time, I'm sitting here going like, but at least it's not going towards, like, you know, bombs. I don't know. Like, there's
You
a
should
lot
be
of
like-
other things that are running through my mind right now. So, like, dumping money into elderly medical care is not really something I'm going to try and sit here and die on a hill or be like, you know what? That seems like it's a fishy act to do. And, oh, here's the catch. The Republicans are sitting here going like, they're going like, oh, this is just a way to try and, like, save votes for, like, Biden/Kamala for their election and shit. Guess when these fucking tax things are supposed to happen?
when?
Next fucking year! When who the fuck knows is gonna be president? That's who's gonna take the credit for it, you assholes.
Yeah. Well, they don't get credit for anything except for the stock market, which they don't control, and gas prices, which they don't control.
Yeah! Yeah! I'm sorry. Like it really just peeves me when it's just like these people, they, like...
You're killing Alex over here.
Am I insane? Like, I'm just coming out right now. Do I sound like a conspiracy theorist right now? Am I, like, making bullshit up right now?
Well, in the context of the listener, I think the whole basis of what you're talking about is missing. Because you said something about resources allocated. Because we missed the whole topic of what the argument's about. So, if anyone thinks you sound crazy, it might be because they're like, wait, what resource? Allocated to what? But
Basically,
the elderly care, though, right?
Yeah, okay, so basically the government's one job is to take your tax money and spend the living shit out of it, okay? I'm sorry if you're pissed off that you have to pay taxes. So am I! I had to pay $900 this fucking year, so fuck you for thinking like I have no bid in this bullshit, okay? Like...
Why did
sweet-
you have to pay $900?
I don't know!
Because Doug's bad at math.
Apparently I am! I'm sitting here going like, what the fuck do I owe $900 for?
Hold on. This is like time for capitalist Chuck to have a conversation with Doug. What do you claim on your taxes? Do you claim one?
Nothing!
How do the
You
fuck?
don't.
What
That's
did you
not how
do?
taxes. You don't claim taxes like that anymore.
Yeah, it's like so when you fill out the thing and it's like, hey, this you don't just put 0, 0,
No,
0.
you don't do that
0,
anymore,
0.
bud. That's not how they work.
No,
anymore.
That's what I did
Well,
when I just with these past 2 jobs.
Those are old tax forms now.
Oh. Well-
Yeah, because now I have to put one apparently because I'm a person that's working 2 jobs. So since I'm a
I
single
was too.
person working 2
For
jobs,
my second job, at least.
like I have to put a 1 down. Apparently, like I'm,
No, you're supposed to.
and
claim
that's for
set amounts.
state.
What are you saying? Since you're Mr.
No, you're supposed to be claiming set amounts now on how much you want off on percentages and everything. It's no
Oh.
longer just one. No
Oh,
longer
the
just 0 to
percentage.
9.
Yeah. So I did see that on the forms, like percentage.
Mhm.
I still put 0 because I was like, yeah, just take everything, and then I like when you guys take too much, inevitably, that's when we do our taxes and you go, hey, you guys took too much. Give me a
you
little
owe
bit
me
back."
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, like I'm sitting here just going,
But
like, the government's
apparently-
one job is to spend the living shit out of your money. And if the government's spending the living shit out of your money for elderly care, I'm not going to throw a hissy fit about it. But now if they're going to go ahead and start spending the living shit out of your money on bombs to sell to other people, I'm going to throw a bit of a hissy fit about it, especially if it's going to be hitting fucking children and women.
Well, let's
know
get
what
back
I mean?
let's get back to the people complaining about getting
pets.
their taxes taken, and ask them, hey, so we live in Minnesota. Do you like being able to drive around in the winter?
Yeah.
Do you like not sliding on the road and fucking instantly getting in a ditch because there's ice covering the road that
Oh, yeah, no.
no one took care of?
And you know what? I would say, if it was a Minnesota tax that took that $900 out, I'd be like, you know what? At least I was able to drive through those whiteouts last year. You know what I mean? Like, at least I was able to do that in my car. But it was the Fed that took it out. And the only thing the Fed's been doing for me has been waging wars for me. So,
It's the one thing they're really good at, though.
yeah.
Like, at least they're
Oh,
good
yeah.
at something.
I mean, shit. I mean, at least we got our 7 aircraft carriers out
You know
there.
what?
So
Yeah,
we
you know
don't
what?
have
You
to do
are
shit.
fucking great. You guys fucking killed it.
America,
America.
motherfuckers.
God damn, we have ice cream barges back in World War II.
We did, didn't we?
Like, isn't that just kicking the dick to the rest of the world? Oh, what's that ship for? Oh, that's just for our ice cream.
Ice cream. Yep. No, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I love being an American when we can flex like that shit, but at the same time, I go, all right, let's kind of, like, reel it back a little bit, guys. Like,
Yeah,
let's not be too
the
big
ice
of
cream
dicks.
barges are why we also can't flex as Americans anymore.
I just can't wait till. No, I'm good. I just can't wait till we finally piss off China enough to where they actually do something.
They can't do shit.
I
I mean,
mean-
straight up, they have tonnage for number of ships, but, like,
See, that's
they
why I'm
can't
waiting.
really do anything.
Really?
That's why
What?
I'm waiting, because when they finally do something, I'm gonna be like, see, guys, you guys thought America was so big and bad. We were talking about this last week about, like, you know how everyone was really scared of Russia,
Oh, and that
Because-
turned out to be a big
and
fucking
then
joke.
and it was like, okay, Ukraine's kind of holding them off pretty decently with a lot of money help, like financial help from the rest of the world, sure.
Yeah.
But Ukraine is holding them off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ukraine,
Yep.
for being able to do that. That's one of those things where I'm like, it's kind of like how a lot of people talk about how big and bad the U.S. military is, because we are very imperialistic, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we win every war we have. No, we don't. First of all, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, I can't wait till like China does something, because first of all, they're probably not going to be as scary as what everyone thinks, and second of all, we're definitely not going to be as scary as everyone acts like we're so good at this, we're so good at that. Like
Half of our shit's going to be remotely done within the first 10 minutes, and there goes every dam in China. Like,
yeah,
that's what most of it is these
but
days.
the fact that they could rebuild or build hospitals in 3 weeks and shit, I think as far as a actual like infrastructure war, they're gonna rebuild a lot faster than we do.
Rebuild, maybe, but a lot of that stuff's prefab stuff done, and a lot of those cities and towns and everything they built,
Yeah,
they're fucking falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you never know. They always getting better.
yeah,
China's
they're
definitely doing
they're a very
more.
industrious people, and they actually like. Well, and people don't give them enough credit for like what they did with COVID, because like the whole, and I don't mean releasing it. By the way, everyone say, I'm talking about like how quickly they acted, like in 2019 to like contain it.
Well,
Yeah.
and most countries don't allow you to completely shut down your citizens and lock them in their houses
Yeah,
and
'Cause a
weld
lot
their
of
doors
people-
shut.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like how dystopian it got and stuff, but it was like, yeah, but how quickly they were actually like doing everything they can to keep it from spreading throughout like China as quickly as did. It still did though, because like
Because people are people.
Yeah, I
and
was
do
like-
whatever the fuck they want.
yeah, and well, also businesses are businesses, and they're like, I don't care if this came from Wuhan. Go ahead and bring it over to Thief River Falls, Minnesota, so we can send it to the rest of the world.
Seriously.
Cough, cough, certain company. yeah, It's one of those things I don't think people get enough credit because, like, they did try, and they at least did have, like, a pandemic team that actually did something. By the time that shit came to our country, our fucking executive branch and, everyone in charge of the government spent a lot of time fucking denying it existed.
Yep.
So it was hurting the right people. That's what it came down to.
I think we should tread very carefully on this subject.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's so far the fact
we
we've
refer to it as the pandemic.
the pandemic, and also what we're saying isn't about the stuff that they because that's nothing's denial. This is facts.
Well, we're not a political podcast at all.
Not at all.
Oh no, because we were talking about like the weirdos denying everything. And
Oh, that's right.
that
we
could
got
be
that.
misconstrued as
That
us
got
denying.
pulled, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, this is I'm saying factually our government shit the
goofed.
bed immediately, and that's 'cause
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't
no,
even have
they
a
did
pandemic.
shit the bed. They
We didn't
shit
even have
the
a
bed so
pandemic
hard.
department or whatever because Trump defunded it like right when he got in the office.
Yes.
And-
That's just it. It's like I'm sitting here and these like fucking idiots keep coming up and trying to bring that up as like this like grand win of like, yeah, they fucking failed because like, nothing worked. And I'm like, that's not a win, man. Like Trump bumbled that so fucking hard. Like even though he was literally he had a peaceful transfer of power between Obama to Trump. And he said, hey, you know what? Keep an eye out for these diseases in the future because it might fuck us over. And what'd he do? He took that book and threw it out the window like, yay!
I won't.
Dude, straight up, that dude has had 2 opportunities so far to completely not fuck up an election. The first one was with the pandemic response. He could have just listened to the scientists and done everything, and he would have landslided in.
Yep.
And then this last time, after he had that one dude shot so he could get his photo op, and yeah, he fucked that up by pulling out Vance afterwards.
Yep.
Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yep.
Vance is a freak.
Dude.
Talk
like,
about making the absolute worst fucking VP pick.
Well,
Right?
isn't he a fucking white nationalist?
Who's married to an Indian
that's
lady?
you could just point a finger at anyone.
I
and call
know,
it
but-
That doesn't narrow it down too much.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like
No,
usually they try to hide it a little bit.
No,
Right.
there's like absolutely open members of like the KKK and stuff like that that have like.
God.
I mean, I don't know what area Vance is from, but if he's from like
He's from fucking near the Appalachian Mountains. Not in the mountains like he wants to claim.
I thought he said Ohio.
That's near.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a wannabe fucking inbred redneck. A
Well, he
wannabe
sure looks
gay
it.
dude.
ugh,
Wearing his shitty ass eyeliner and being butt buddies with what the fuck is his name? Peter Thiel or whatever it is? Billionaire tech guy?
Oh yeah, Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, the absolute. So
That
I'll-
wanker.
So when a lot of people, because we all dislike Trump in here, but one thing I'll give him is that he has a way of having a charisma. It's a very
Hitler-esque.
It's a very chauvinistic charisma. No, I think Hitler had a better charisma than Donald Trump. First of all,
Much better fashion.
yeah, like that guy had like the
That guy got
aesthetics.
everyone to line in.
He got the aesthetics figured out. The only thing that he was that Nazi anthem was whack though.
Yeah.
That's still a topic we need to broach eventually. Is,
What?
We'll probably have to call it dictators in their anthems rather than just
Oh.
So he had the sweet ass eagle, and then he goes with the swastika. It's like, dude, you fucked up your branding there.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Well, I mean, he appropriated the Norse iconography and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good stuff to evolve from there. Make it weirdly goth because that's kind of the way they dressed and shit too, is with the black uniforms and shit. But anyways, Trump has such a dumb guy, chauvinist kind of charisma though, that most people, not just dumb men like him, but just the overall population of normal people will kind of see and at least think it's funny. So people who don't take politics very seriously will see him, like when he was steamrolling, like Hillary was destroying him in the debates,
Yeah.
but he was just having little one-liner things where he says something to her that's just the classic memes from 2015 where he's just like,
Man,
wrong.
I hate how right you are.
Yeah.
all it is he stole his whole character from fucking Vince McMahon.
So I didn't even.
Yeah.
I
He's
didn't even-
doing wrestling
Yeah.
promos.
I
That's
didn't even
what
make
he's
my
doing.
point yet, though, because
Sorry.
like, yeah, no, it's good. Before we get there, so he's got that charisma though, and then he goes off and gets the absolute Rizless fucking weirdo, like the
Great
fucking
Ohio motherfucker.
teacher's
right there.
pet hall monitor head ass bitch, like JD Vance every time. Like the fact that he's getting like dog walked by fucking reporters that usually can't do shit when they're reporting people. They usually softball it to most people because they're like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble if Elon Musk gets mad at me because I ask him a real question. You know, they're just like, so Vance, why did you lie about the immigrants from Haiti eating the dogs? You know, like. Why did you make that up? And he's like, oh, that's not what I said. I said we were creating stories as in, like, this is how we get your attention. That's not what the word create means. Like,
Excuse me, I thought the rules said there's going to be no fact checking here.
yes.
Oh, that was hilarious. I was just sitting there like, wait, did he really just say that?
What a fucking dweeb.
Yeah. Walls has the most normal. He's got that Bill Burr charisma, actually, but, like, more tame.
Yeah, dude, he's just a big dumb dad, and I love him for
Yeah.
it. Anyone who's trying to convince their daughter that turkey is vegetarian because they're at the Minnesota State Fair and it doesn't count there, that's the way to go.
Yeah. And like you weren't here to defend him last time we brought him up, I don't think. Where I was saying the only thing he's ever done that I did not approve of was obviously with the George Floyd protests when he brought the National
Oh,
Guard in.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple fuck-ups going on there. Jackass that runs Minneapolis didn't call in for help soon enough. Then the government had way too much of a response because God knows those guys were just waiting to beat some people down.
Yep.
I mean,
But if you
Trump
go
did
down to
have a guy
Minneapolis, fine.
assassinated, but I
Yeah.
think that was in Washington, not in Minneapolis. Or Portland? The one where, like, a freaking right-winger guy got shot by, like, somebody with a gun because they were trying to attack him. And then Trump
there's...
sent marshals after him.
Oh, that's happened a few times now. There's the dude down at his golf course that was sitting out there with an AK. Then there was the assassination attempt before that, a couple weeks before that.
Oh, you're talking about the recent... Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
so this is when Trump was president, during the George Floyd protests. So we had... It was, like, right after the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, also.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, Kyle Rittenhouse, yeah, dude, awesome. He shot, like, a protester. And then, like, 2 days later, a left-wing guy does it. And they're like, that guy should fucking die. And, like, Donald Trump literally bragged on the news, like, at a rally.
Yeah, that I'm going to
That-
send the marshals after.
No, that he did. He's like, we sent
Oh.
the marshals after him. It didn't go his way. Like, we don't even know what happened. Like, we don't know if the guy was, like, unarmed and they just killed him anyway. We don't know if, like, he tried to fight back, you know, like... Because he should have just been arrested.
Yeah.
There's
But-
a lot of bad shit that's happened under Trump, hasn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's almost like he sucks.
It's under Trump that Portland started having, like, literally caravans of, like, quote-unquote undercover police in vans just popping people, arresting people. And when I say popping people, I mean going by with, like, pepper ball guns and just lighting them up in a drive-by.
Yep.
Not even performing an arrest. Like, there was an incident where there were civilians hanging out in a parking lot. The police drive by and they pop off a few of their pepper balls at them, and they get fire returned at them. Yeah, and so then it was at that point, of course, there was a confrontation. The civilians found out, oh shit, those are cops shooting at us, and they, like, kind of put their hands up and all that shit. But as usual, the cops took it to the millionth degree, beat the shit out of them, and then threw them in jail. Like,
And I'm
Yeah.
just going to clarify one thing. Cops are also civilians, no matter what they want to say. They
Yeah.
are civilians. Despite them wanting to be their own little paramilitary force.
Yeah. Yep. That's, and see, I think it sucks that I had to differentiate between, like, you know, civilian. Well, and that's
Like
just
you
it.
said, regular civilians and assholes.
Yeah. You got your bullies and your civilians, like, it's, and the bullies get the badges and the guns.
Well, I mean, if we're already going down the route, we might as well just give them a license to kill anyways.
Yeah, hey, Let's just
They're-
fucking it. They already got
Some of
what
those
is it?
police departments are getting there.
Yep.
Fuck, man. You just get a new job somewhere else to get off.
Well, that is
Yep.
what it is right now. Like you kill somebody in one county, you just got to go 2 counties over. You'll be fine.
Yep.
You'll be fine. You might end up on a list in 3 years, but that's 3 years down the line, and we'll worry about that then.
Well, the Republican candidate for 2A next door to us here, yeah, no, he got fired from his sheriff job and he's killed a couple people, but he's still probably going to win that election to be the representative for 2A.
Ugh.
He's not allowed to be a cop anymore, but you know.
He could be a representative.
Yep. It's the fucking people they bring.
And like people get pissed off at like politicians, doing drugs and shit like that. And I'm like, but you're okay with them being like murderers and like former sheriffs that were murderers. Like,
Right.
yeah, cool. I love your priorities, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just want to build my little space marine dudes in peace at the
Yeah.
Capitol, that's all.
Yeah.
Let's be that fucking nerd down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to like kind of just get back to the topic at hand, which is like, just chill the fuck out, man. Like, get somebody in there that's going to represent you. And when you vote for somebody that's a legally liable rapist, a felon of 42 counts, like you're telling me a lot about yourself, man. And the fact that you even brag about I voted for him the first time around, and he was the one coming out saying the quote unquote locker talk. Like, I don't get where people get this locker talk from. Like, when guys say that shit in the locker room, I go, that's just nasty.
Like, we talk about nerd shit and like dick jokes. No one
Yeah.
around here is grabbing anyone.
Look, I'm not gonna say I've never made a fucking.
I definitely have
Shitty-
locker room talk.
Yeah, I've had shitty takes before. There are definitely shitty things that have come out of my mouth. But at the same time, it's like if he didn't grow during that time. We've seen this guy for what's it been 8-9 years now.
Fuck.
Longer
Not
than that.
learn a fucking thing.
Well, he's straight out said the person he was in first grade is basically who he is now.
Yeah.
Like, that was,
That's a bad thing. That's
70
not
years
something
ago.
to be bragging about.
70 years ago, people listening. 70 years ago, our oldest U.S. presidential candidate in history. Fucking people.
Take a breath, man.
No.
History.
No.
History.
History. But, fucking, yeah. We're not a political show, though, guys. We're not.
we're not a
show.
political show at
Honestly,
all.
the
I think
worst
honestly
thing-
we try not to be.
The problem is that I'm so heavily involved in politics, and I'm dragging Doug along with me.
Well,
And
the
then
world
dragging
we
you
live
guys
in is
along
fucking
with.
political right now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the issue, is that everything is yeah, exactly like
Yeah.
you said. Everything is political.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even play games and not have it be political, because somebody's going to say something fucking stupid, and then they're going to hide behind their political party or their dad's sayings or, their daddy's approval and be like, it's right because they said it is.
Oh, dude, I even got my kids, like, our big thing on our road trips this year has been calling all the windmills we see liberals. So kids are now, oh, look at all those liberals over there, Daddy. It's like, that's not going to end well when you guys are on your own road trips. But me driving through Ohio, really fucking fun.
You gotta take
So
a
the
train
worst,
now. Sorry.
the
Go
worst thing that happened recently
What you got?
was, of course, when Morcath took the Blackstone Fortress and decided, I'm just gonna throw it right into Cadia.
Hey,
Take
man,
it out.
Cadia still stands.
Cadia still stands.
Right in our heart. Now, it's no Mordian, because Mordians are actually good soldiers, and Cadians, get kind of dusty-eyed, but...
I thought there was like only one left in the Scorpion King. Was that right?
It's the last of Cadia.
Yeah, like
But let's take that hard left here and just say, Emperor's Children are getting their own model range next year.
Nice.
That will be my first Chaos Army.
Are they the ones that are going to be in like the battle box or something? Or
No. The Christmas battle boxes are not them. They're getting a full release next year.
Oh,
They
okay.
get a codex update, whatever.
Yeah, they're going to get their own codex.
Nice.
Just like Thousand Suns and fucking Plague Marines and all them.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to go buy the Salamander book.
Yes, you do. You do, because you need your Black Marines to have their own book.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of
marvelous.
My Tyranids still need to be put together.
You gotta
Yep,
put those
same.
together, man.
Well, set us a date and we can do that, boys.
I think I
yeah.
said this last week already, but Doug's a big fan of salamanders, and I recently saw a it's 'cause
Warhammer,
I
by the
did
way.
the Warhammer Plus thing,
Oh yeah,
and I don't know how many named salamanders there are, but there's this character. they
not a
have,
ton.
and his name's Suckon.
Oh yeah, that's right. You showed me.
They're like, the person's like, "What is your
He
name?"
showed
and
you
he's
Suckon?
like, "Suckon."
Sakan.
Like the way he said it, he's like, "Suckon, suck on these nuts, bitch." I want to make that meme so badly, but I just haven't yet.
And salamanders, out of all of them, are some of the better guys too. So
Well, yeah, and that's
That's
why I
fun.
like them is because of their they're basically blacksmiths with an attitude. Like they like to fix things, they like to help people.
So
But
they're
if you
dwarves?
fuck with their friends, they're gonna fuck with you.
So they're dwarves.
no, the
Too big.
Votana dwarves.
Yeah, there's a lot of dwarves because I saw those rattling guys and I was like, those
No,
are basically
ratlings are
dwarves.
hobbits. They
They do have the
literally are
furry
hobbits.
feet.
Yes,
But
and they like to eat a lot and all sorts of shit. I fucking love ratlings. I can't
I-
wait for those to come out.
I kind of like it because their aesthetic is basically shoot you from afar and target you.
Dude,
Basi-
their entire lore is they'll shoot you and steal all your shit. That's it. They're very known to acquire things from the commissars and shit.
Well, and
so.
then half their figurines basically have coffee mugs sitting on next to them somewhere.
Yep,
Like
no, they all have food and stuff, and these new ones coming out, they all have some food or something on them. Yeah, it's basically Lord of the Rings if Merry and Pippin had a sniper rifle. Books would be a lot shorter.
Isengard? Who's Isengard?
yeah, I was trying to give Alex like a jumping point for some of the Warhammer lore, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about like telling him about the whole God Emperor thing and the fact that like it's basically like a living dead guy on a golden throne.
He is a living chaos entity at this point.
Who like
I was
is
just-
essentially astral projecting whatever the fuck, like, you know,
Yep.
like almost like a bird box effect on people where they all see him differently and stuff. And apparently, since I've been getting into more of the lore and stuff, I've ignored this character mostly, but apparently he just does that to everybody where, you know, if the most appealing thing to you that you'll respect is like a big 12-foot tall guy in a golden armor, that's what you see. But no, otherwise you can see like a regular guy, like a scientist kind of thing.
I just imagined Thanos.
You know the guy from The Room.
Oh,
Movie.
hey
Oh,
Frank.
hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Yeah, imagine that guy was.
I did not.
Yeah, imagine that guy was 12 foot and buff and in golden armor. That's kind of what the art is for the guy.
Yeah.
You just ruined that whole thing for me.
But it's tough wanting to get into 40K lore just because, like, okay, where should you start? Probably with the Horus Heresy. The Horus Heresy is 88 books.
Yep.
I would start with that.
Yeah.
Can we
I
just
literally-
like actually play D&D first?
No. You need to learn why Horus betrayed us.
There's
Yes.
like, I think it's been like at least 8 episodes since I've said that I've had the next session ready for that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And y'all slacking.
they literally came out with another fucking edition since our last session. They have the basically updated 5e.
5.5, going back to the 3.5 days.
Yep. Ugh.
I saw the books when I went to the game store. I'm like, not getting that. I didn't buy all those fucking other 5e books just to get the updated 5.5.
Dude, I still have my AD&D books downstairs from the fucking early 90s.
Well, and how much you want to bet? Like the 5.5 is basically now you get like 3 actions instead of 2. Like that's the only fucking change. They're pulling like the college rule books change where it's like, we're gonna change 2 paragraphs and charge you for a whole separate edition.
Some of it was like the jump from 3 to 3.5 was actually a really good thing and it helped fix a lot of things.
Mhm.
But then no one played 4th edition because it sucked.
Yeah.
And then 5th ed's been okay, but I don't know. If there's no big major changes, I haven't looked into it too much.
A lot of people crying about. Yes, we're talking about D&D now, guys. A lot of
That's
people
Dungeons
cry,
and
I guess, who are
Dragons?
big, like especially old heads from like early D&D, about how basically they removed so much of the stuff about like class traits, race traits. Now they're called species, and origins and all that to basically be like, hey, just create your fucking character.
Yeah, it's a lot of people find anything they can to complain about stuff that doesn't really matter.
I love that because
have
everyone
fun.
homebrews stuff anyways,
Right?
and it's like now now homebrewing your characters basically they're saying you could do it in the game
Yeah.
officially, but and they give you suggestions. That's all it is now.
Yep.
Like, there's some things that it's like, okay, we're taking away inherent things that have always been a thing. The only one I can think of offhand is now orcs are no longer inherently evil,
Neither are goblins.
which is just kind of like, I mean, okay, so
They
who do we
mentioned
have?
they mentioned their basically the idea to put this for you in a better way. They're pretty much saying there exists good orcs, or
Which
like neutral orcs, and it's like the regular orcs you've seen for the longest time. Those are the evil ones. Those guys still exist, but now there's like the ability to play a good orc or someone who stands apart if you want.
and I guess it's fine and everything, but it's a fantasy setting. I like having you like, okay, you can always throw these guys in as your generic bad guys for right now.
Mhm.
It's never an issue. And now it's like, well, can we do that? Or is someone going to be like, well, no, they're not evil anymore, but they are, but these aren't.
They could still like
They
the
can be
idea with
evilly
like,
inclined.
yeah, the reason that they're evil too is like the god they worship or whatever. It's like you can still do that. They can worship that god and still do evil things, But the idea that like some people think it's like PC, like a PC thing, like
Oh, yeah, no. It's
like no, they just don't want you to make evil orcs. No, they're giving you the option if you wanted to be a good fucking orc instead, or a neutral like, I'm a chaotic neutral goblin. They're just giving you those options. People who are saying like, I want to do the evil, goblin slayer like goblins. You can still do that, you fucking weirdo. Also, like, why'd you choose goblin slayer of all the things? I don't want to play with you. But yeah, that's the way I thought about it. It's more freeing rather than limiting.
And
But
I
have
haven't
seen-
looked into it too much. I've literally just been finding what I've seen on the internet and people bitching, but it's like, okay, I mean, it's one of those changes I guess we didn't need, but it's there, so let's live with it. It's fine. It's not going to ruin my day or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually the biggest thing I've seen. Or maybe it's just I don't know, me getting older too. Is that I just get more and more annoyed with like every nerd thing, every pop culture thing. There's just so many people bitching about just something really stupid and unimportant about it.
That's why you got to get involved in really niche and stupid things like Starship Trooper memes in Warhammer.
God, I can imagine finding a Starship Troopers group and immediately jumping in there and then just seeing everyone, well, it was a satire, right? Yes. Who cares?
No, man, it's fascist.
Yeah,
It's fascist, but it's not.
yeah.
And
It's
you
like,
also can't like Dr. Pepper, and you have to really like Clancy Brown.
like the whole weird thing that's kind of like a deal with Fallout.
Yes,
So,
Alex, that is a bug drink you're drinking, and you should feel bad.
Fallout, has the whole thing where, first of all, everyone's like, "Hey, New Vegas is the best game." Also, unironically, Caesar's Legion is the best, faction, which is stupid because they're like,
They were not really touched upon too much, on all honesty, in that game.
well, so they're super sexist. They're like really dumb with like their whole theory of like, oh yeah, this is the best because they were a big great empire and now we're just gonna do the same thing. Like they're literally LARPers.
Yeah.
They're not the best fucking faction. And then another
They're what
one-
happens when LARPers start their own society.
Yeah. Well, they did the premise a couple of times too, where like someone finds a thing, misinterprets it, and like goes headfirst into it. And another great example is the Kings in New Vegas,
Yeah.
where it's the
Yeah.
people who find like an impersonator's
Oh
place,
yeah,
and
that's
they
right.
they're a gang of Elvis
Elvises.
Presley impersonators. But
Like, the Legion's just entirely unsustainable in the long term, too. They just
Yeah.
kind of
well, a lot of people cried about like the NCR too, because the recent show. Did you even watch that yet?
Oh, I watched the show. I finished Fallout
Okay.
now.
Yeah, so like the whole fact that they destabilize the NCR, it's like, well, you can't have that because they're just the American government but different.
Isn't that the Enclave was the American government?
Yeah, well, they're the literal,
Oh,
American
okay,
government.
I got you now. Yeah.
Enclave is DC, NCR is California.
The NCR is the reinvention of the American government.
Yeah.
If they had just kept spreading, it's like, okay, so do you just want to not play a post-apocalyptic game? Like, hey, taxes are back? Like, no, of course they had to destroy them, just like they had to destroy the Enclave. And that's why I thought it was cool what they did with the show. I just wish they had done better costuming and, like, I don't know, a little more on that. Also, destroy the Brotherhood of Steel already.
Yeah, God, I hate the Brotherhood of Steel.
Because they're the one faction that just keeps coming back, and it's like, why?
And there's so much more of them than there should be. Like, they're a massive powerhouse. And
Yeah.
They all have airships fucking everywhere. Like,
That's supposed to be the same one.
Is it?
Yeah. And which is really funny, because, like, people think, like, oh, that means in the canon ending of Fallout 4, that means it didn't get destroyed. But the way it looks is different, so I like to think, nah, that shit got blown up, and they just put that shit back together with scraps, and they're like, all right, we gotta go back. We lost, because their leader in Fallout 4 is not in the show.
Yeah.
I assume he's dead.
Dude, if they're gonna keep bringing the Brotherhood of Steel in, get the Midwest Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, they
From
need to
Fallout
do something with
Tactics
the
and shit.
Yeah, they need to do stuff in the Midwest. Anyways, what I was trying to say was, like,
Hey,
the
have you
toxic
seen my
stuff
left
in there.
side?
Well, I think a lot of us forget, like, the Midwest, like, the most people, when they think of Midwest, is like cornfields and stuff, but, like, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Chicago.
Dude,
in Detroit.
All the fucking nukes just fucking west of us in North Dakota.
Yep.
There's still hundreds and hundreds of nukes there.
Ghoul-Coda.
That's it.
Ghoul Dakota.
Oh, that would be actually really
Dakota,
righteous.
Dude, can you imagine a bunch of ghoul cowboys fucking hauling the Brahmin out of Theodore National Park and shit?
That would be awesome. Like, it's its own nation at this point of just ghouls.
Yeah.
Like, they could do more with the Midwest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they haven't done anything yet, and I think...
Since Tactics.
Yeah.
And that game sucked.
And they made that not canon.
I think it's a great opportunity to make it more of, like, if they wanted to have, like, more of a cowboy themed game.
Oh, yeah.
This is where you do it.
That's
This
New
is where it
Vegas.
fucking took place.
That's New Vegas.
Well, still.
And New Vegas is not... There's not
Still.
a lot of cowboy shit going on in Vegas because it's a desert and there ain't shit out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think,
We love you Vegas
Naturally-
people, but your fucking area sucks.
You ain't got nothing out there. No, I'm just kidding.
well, no, if you played New Vegas enough and you know the map, it's actually really funny going back to Vegas, and then, like, you're just driving. So,
Oh, yeah, when you
Alex,
pass Prim.
the hotel we stayed at is in Fallout New Vegas. It's
Bang.
one of the first places you stop at.
In,
Yep.
Oh,
The one
fucking
with
Novak?
the one with
starts with a
no.
P.
Prim.
Prim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
We
real
stayed-
town.
Me and Aaron chose to stay in Prim because of Fallout New Vegas, and when we were driving back that night, we drove by the quarry, which is a very popular spot in the game because it's where there's a bunch of death claws that will fucking just destroy you if you try to go that way when you start the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I love going to Vegas and just, like, seeing all this stuff.
All the little
Like,
landmarks.
Yeah, when you know, like, North Vegas is full of raiders, so where our friend Courtney lives,
Oh, okay.
or where she used to live, like, that area is just, like,
Shout out Courtney.
ruins and a bunch of raiders. Yeah, shout out Courtney. And then, the place where I was just talking about with the Elvis Presley guys, Freeside. That's where our buddy Tim lives, Fremont Street, and
Fremont,
where
yeah.
where the Millennium Fandom Bar is and
Yep.
all that. Yeah, that's Freeside, which is like another huge spot in New Vegas, and a huge spot in Vegas, like actual Vegas. It's like the strip, off the strip.
If they fucking do another New Vegas, though, they're going to have to update it with the stadium for the Raiders, so the Raiders can be at the Raiders.
That'd be awesome.
Well, they want to do that because it's not our timeline, but yeah, that would have been cool if we had a fucking stadium. They kind of make it where you could build stadiums in Fallout 4, but yeah. Anyways, I'm ranting about the game when I was trying to talk about point out the different toxic niches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's usually something stupid like that. Song of Ice and Fire, same thing. People worship Stannis. I don't know if you guys even know who that is.
Yeah. Stannis Baratheon?
Yeah, Stannis Baratheon. People think he's unironically like the best character, and I'm like, what? What the fuck?
He was
Wait.
kind of not at all.
No, wait. No, because He sacrificed his fucking daughter.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen in the books.
Spoilers!
Yeah, that didn't happen in the books. At least yet. It might.
Dude, isn't that show like been over for
Yeah,
no,
years? Yeah. You can spoil that.
Stans
shit.
Baratheon's a horrible man.
Yeah, he's the guy who killed his brother with a shadow person.
He's the Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson of that fucking universe, man. He'll believe fucking anything because he's sick as fuck.
Well,
Like-
I mean, he did have the Red Witch
Yeah.
kind of whispering in his ear too.
priestess. Come on.
Whatever. Well, I'll call her the Scarlet Witch. Oh, my bad.
Actually, isn't that what she was? Was the Scarlet
Essentially.
Witch? Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no, sorry. That's a fucking Marvel thing.
And of course, we
Fuck
know,
you, damn it.
And of course, we know the big, the all about Star Wars and all the toxic shit people complain about that.
What?
All the new series, this, and whenever there's a woman, it's bad. Look, cancel the Acolyte because we want to cry about every little detail.
We didn't mind that it was a woman. We minded that it was a black woman.
Like, I wish people would just actually have an opinion on the actual subject as opposed to it being, trying to tie it into some controversy in the real world. Like, if the Acolyte's a bad show, say it's a bad show because of, I don't know, the directing on it.
They're
Or maybe the actor just, can't even read a line or something.
That's,
but
that is
no,
what they
it's-
say, but then, they're just saying that, They're trying to say the lightsaber fights were bad. It was no, it's way better than even Ahsoka was.
And also,
Yeah.
just so everybody knows, I have not seen the Acolyte, so my statements there were just me talking out my ass. I have no idea what the Acolyte's like. I hear a lot of good things, but if people are bitching about it, they should have some real reasons to
That,
bitch about it, not be,
Assholes.
X-23.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not calling her hot.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
No, they had a hot Asian dude as the bad guy.
Yep.
I
oh,
just spoiled that for you. Sorry.
oh,
I forgot. Yes, I just said yes.
oh my.
And all I want from Star Wars is another Rogue Squadron game. That's it.
Yeah,
Just,
that'd be cool.
just
Wait.
give me spaceship shooting.
Wait, do you mean the one that recently came out?
Is there one that's been recently out? I mean, the
Pretty sure there's-
N64 days.
Well, there is a. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
called
wish they
Rogue
would come up with
Squadron or
another one
Rogue
of-
Squad. Literally, you play the X-wing or the TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they did recently come out with a game doing that.
I'm gonna have to go back to that game then because I have it. I only played it for 20 minutes, but
Yeah. And then with Warhammer, they don't want women. Literally, they'll complain. No female space marines.
Well, no. You can't
And
have
then,
female space marines.
And then
I don't
no-
care about female custos. That's fine.
Yeah, people complain about the female custodian. I saw her on the Warhammer Plus thing. I was like, she's fine. Literally, Brianna Tarth,
Yeah.
whatever.
The only
oh
thing,
no shit! They actually put it it's a GW art piece. Oh, because I've
Warhammer
seen.
Plus actually has some pretty
There's a
decent
show.
stuff.
They're basically just YouTube videos that
Yeah.
you're paying them.
That's what they
Yeah.
pulled. They pulled all the YouTube videos to put it on there. But Custo's fine. The only thing is that they've had all this lore for so long, and now they're saying, "Oh yeah, they've always been there." But so you're just saying they've never done anything? You guys should have introduced this better. I think it's fine. I don't mind it at all.
Well, from my understanding, the custodians are just kind of they're basically the God Emperor's best fanatics.
No, not. No.
Well, in that they're almost invulnerable. They believe him to be the god of.
Nope.
No.
No, they do not believe him to be a god. He is literally. They are literally handcrafted from birth to be his bodyguards. The Sisters of Silence, who are with them too, see the Emperor as he really is, so they can cut through all of his psychic bullshit.
Huh.
But no, they literally are just there to protect him and to continue him on. They don't worship him like Space Marines or the Ecclesiarchy.
Oh, I thought they were
But I think the
worshippers.
Sisters
No.
of Battle do.
Yes, they are the
Because
Ecclesiarchy army. They're the church.
I did recently. There was a video I saw where they talked about. I think
Nuns with guns.
one killed another one basically because they were being a heretic by being like, no, he's just a guy.
Yep.
I'm they're like, he's just a guy. They're like, you take that back, bitch, and then
Yep.
fucking killed her. I'm like, okay.
Adeptus Sororitas are brides of the Emperor, super fanatical. Purge the heretic, purge the mutant. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're fucking sweet though, because they have nundums and all sorts of cool shit.
So recently, I've been playing the Rogue Trader game also because I stopped playing Space Marines. They haven't updated it yet. And I thought you brought this up a long time ago with something that happened that was controversial in that made me think that you had played it. But I don't know what it is because I thought you were saying the whole thing about how people don't want like female space marines or female anything that is already established as male. And I thought you brought up Rogue Trader like they had done something like that in the game. I know this is a very old episode.
Yeah, no, not that I know of.
Because I was keeping my eye open, like, all right, so where is this thing? And I was like, I didn't see. I was
no. Yeah, one of these Space Wolf characters that you can have straight up says that you have to be a man to be a battle brother.
Oh.
In his text when talking to you.
Yeah, well, Ulfar. Well, there's a couple Space Wolves.
Yeah.
But Ulfar is the one that's you could be your companion.
Because yes, it's Space Marines can only be men. Like that has been long established, many times.
Yeah, I think.
And don't take away the female characters by making them Space Marines. Like, dude, there's so many sweet ass female only factions.
There is a thing though, and I actually just started reading this book too, so I haven't got the whole details of it. Sorry, Alex, because this is getting the sauce of the lore that you don't know anything of.
It's all good, dude.
So the whole idea, for people who don't know, is like Space Marines are created with something called gene seed. It's very gay.
Stored in the balls.
Yeah, stored in the balls of Primarch, which is another gay thing made from the balls of the Emperor, supposedly. Basically, super buff men make more super buff men.
Yeah.
But there's this character.
Leather daddies all the way down in 40k lore, basically.
Yep.
A character I quoted as a joke, the whole Cadia thing. Morcath, which is a woman.
Wasn't she the mother of the Primarchs?
No. Morcath was made from Abaddon. I don't know if they made from his balls, but she's like Abaddon's like her dad.
I know who you're talking about, and I don't know if that was ever established, if she was just an adopted daughter or not.
So there's like a genetic connection, and that's what I don't understand the whole thing of yet. I already know what happens to her, and I know that he's like, it's like a common theme with, I guess with like the Horus and Abaddon and his dad. Yeah. Because like I know in the story that he betrays Morcath. And then she goes, okay, you fucked me over. I'll still do this for you. Yeah. But, because Abaddon, the character, has, like, a tragic backstory of, like, being betrayed by his father, his actual father. And then, technically, he saw Horus fall to chaos or whatever and was like, that was gay. Which is so weird because, like, he's the chaos, like, the guy who's supposed to be the leader of chaos. And he was like, that wouldn't be me. I want to do that. I wouldn't succumb like no bitch. Yeah. Like that's in the 2 books I've read so far. I'm like, this is really like not what I hear about the chaos people all the time. They're like, oh, they drink chaos warp juice and blah blah blah. And he's like, I want to do that. I ain't no bitch. I ain't doing that.
No, that's why Abaddon is actually one of the strongest chaos guys because he has not succumbed to chaos.
Yeah, they're like, please. He's
yet.
Like, no. He's like, no, I'll have that demon sword because you guys are making me have the demon sword. Which was like a whole point in this most recent book I had was apparently he was like, no, I don't want that sword. And they like sent some seer chick. She's like, no, you have to have the sword. It's destiny.
The sword is also stored in their balls.
Yeah. Yes. It was the first murder of balls.
Balls.
So the mother of Primarchs apparently is Erda?
Yeah, and they retcon to make actually everything her fault. So
like she was the one that sent the Primarchs off?
Yeah, no, they made everything bad happen in 40k get blamed on a woman because that's kind of what the writers of 40k do.
I guess they were just believing Margaritasville, blame it all on a woman sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's bad.
She also was just kind of a lame character that was a side note for the longest time until they decided to throw her under the bus.
Yeah, but like when they threw her under the bus, I think is like when I was like, oh no shit, she's an awesome person. But
no, she done goofed.
Oh, see, like because wasn't the original story basically Chaos came in and we're like, oh yeah, look at all these Primarchs.
No, okay, so the only reason that the Primarchs exist is because the Emperor went and made a deal with Chaos Gods to learn the technology and the skills to make the Primarchs.
So you know what the deal is already.
Yeah.
That he made with them. Okay, because like I heard or I watched a video about that, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that deal's gonna be. I wonder if that's like part of his like immortality or something like that.
Nope, that's just him being such a powerful psyker on there. No, he made a deal with Chaos Gods to get the information he needed to make the Primarchs, And part of the deal was that the Chaos is going to take the Primarchs, and he was like, no, I can just flound on this deal. And then here comes Erda, who's trying to save them by launching them into the warp, and then everything goes wrong. So it's
That'd be crazy if it was like one of those Destiny things, like Perturaba, like the Primarchs that have fallen and did fall, are like we're always kind of destined to.
And there's a lot of lore onto that since the Emperor was omniscient and probably knew that it was going to happen, that this is how it was supposed to happen.
Right.
But
also, something about Sanguinius, that guy.
yeah, he died to Horus.
Well, no, like I guess he saw something too, like the future or something.
There's a couple of them that kind of had like some precog, like
Yeah.
Chorus Cracks. He fell, or he could see the future, which is why he was such a dick all the time, because he did not think you could change the future. So he's like, well, this is how I got to listen to Fallout Boy, because my future said I was going to. Very, very emo-y Primarch.
Yeah, he was.
Primarch Glory, I don't know. It's a little too anime for me.
It's very show and jump anime.
Yeah, it's
very much.
my power level is so high.
Yeah. Like, honestly, the Primarchs are my least favorite aspect of 40K, and I wish they all would have stayed dead, or stayed not part of the game and everything, but they're bringing all of them back now, basically.
They found Vulcan?
No, but he's coming up next.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Lionel Johnson returned.
Yep, Lionel Johnson, he's back. He's got his Men of Iron and his little weird Jawa things. So we got Guilliman, we got him. Then
For Alex, the Primarchs are like pro wrestlers. There you go.
Oh,
I'm in.
Yeah.
is Jakate Khan coming back?
well, he's just in the webway.
He's in the
somewhere.
webway, so like, is he coming back though, or is he just?
Oh, he'll
Probably.
be coming back, brother. Next Monday on the 3rd. He's gonna take you down.
I mean, yeah, that sounds
I
about
think
right.
Jakate would sound like that actually.
That's what Mongolians sound, right?
That's what
Yeah.
Rabute Gilliman sounds like.
Because, I mean, there's still a bunch of Primarchs we know are alive that are just in the warp doing shit. Like, Logar, he's in the warp, just getting picked on. Magnus is alive and out doing his Thousand Suns shit. Matorian's alive. He's doing his weird fucking Nurgle plague shit.
Yeah.
Did you say Magnus is not doing his Thousand Suns stuff?
No, he's out doing his Thousand
Oh, he
Suns
is.
stuff.
Okay, I thought he was like ignoring his
His plans upon plans upon plans, with plans for his plans. But it's fun. There's just so much. And the nice thing though is that if you ignore the Horus Heresy and just pick up a couple books, like any kind of topic you want, there's books for it out there. If you want to read a book about a tanker, there's fucking awesome tanker books for the Imperial Guard. Orcs have some great books.
Oh yeah, the orcs. The orcs
Wait,
are
there's
really
orc books?
jarring.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of orc
Ooh,
books.
I'm gonna have to find one. That sounds cool.
And orc books are not funny orcs. Orc books are fucking brutal. Like, holy shit, this is kind of crazy, terrifying.
The whole thing that's jarring about them is there's. I know the whole thing's oi bruv because this whole thing is a British IP, but like they're so oi bruv
Yeah.
and like they're all their accents are just straight oi bruv, and then they have like the crazy slang.
Their hair is another fungus that they have attached to their head. All sorts of fun shit. Orcs are fun. Orcs are fun.
I did like the Caiaphas Canes.
Yep.
Those are always really fun.
Those are good ones.
The cowardly lucky
Get
commissar.
Jorgen to fucking melt everything. That's how you win.
Nice.
Alex is like, I don't know anything going on.
I'm thinking editor things right now. I got plans.
I'm still waiting for Alex to get into his Tyranids though, because I don't know, Alex. Okay, you gotta choose your favorite like alien IP.
My favorite alien IP.
Yeah, like if there's like a because there's Predator, Alien, obviously more than that. There's like fucking Star Wars.
There's those goddamn bugs.
You know,
yeah, bugs. I don't know if you'd fuck with Trooper bugs, but
Well, that's
similar to
basically
that.
Tyranids.
Well, Tyranids to me are xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Like,
Depends on which ones.
when I see
If the
most of them-
xenomorphs, actually no, honestly, xenomorphs do kind of a lot more correlate with them. They eat everything. They have kind of a hive mind. They have a queen.
So am I telling you what my?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
massive.
Man, that's hard to choose between.
Just
Oddly-
any aliens.
Oddly, Men in Black and
I was
Star
expecting
Wars.
Men in Black for some reason because
Yeah.
like they're just so weirdly like
They're very diverse,
There's,
and
like,
they're not always
societal-
like humanoid either.
and first of all there's no species like about the Balchinians because they named them offhand, but like they
Yeah.
you don't know a bunch of the species like the little SA aliens, the little troll aliens,
the
You know,
worms.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
other than being the worms, you don't know what they're called.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just so grand.
They're just dudes hanging out on Earth,
There's
Smoking and drinking coffee.
Yeah. Well, good thing it's not like Predator or something like that, because Tyranids are not quite like Predators. And they're definitely not like any Men in Black. They're mostly like xenomorphs. And then the second off would be like if you like the bugs from like Starship Troopers. Or what are they called? Terminids?
No.
Helldivers?
That's Helldivers, Terminids.
Honestly, I haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at them or anything, but it makes me think of the Wendigos from Until Dawn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. Yeah, they're not corpse like that, but they're fucking kind of creepy looking. They're very death metal looking from what I've,
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've seen a lot of them in fucking Space Marine, but like they're very just like they look like a death metal album.
Okay.
Very just name a band that's the death metal band. You'll probably see.
So they're
shit
all
like
standing, all looking hard and shit.
that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, a death metal album. Like remember those? Or like, gosh. I mean, even some deathcore albums do this, where there's just like art, and it's just like a bunch of corpses.
Yep.
On the album cover,
Or
and
it's
there's just
a
so much
fucking-
going on.
Or it's just a fucking baboon skull just rotting.
No, see, that's like more
Fucking
base.
Goma.
Yeah, it's like a little more like central, or there's like the central subject. But like those other ones, like I guess Cannibal Corpse is probably the best example, where it's just a bunch of corpses, a bunch of dead bodies, and just a bunch of gore. Cannibal Decapitation does it too, where it's just like, and so many death metal bands do that, where there's just a mess of shit. It's almost like a gory Renaissance painting.
Blood. Ocean.
I know who you are. Yeah, that literally. I stand by that statement. That
Oh my god.
yeah, because when I hear most of Deathclaw, it's like they're in a way kind of like mimicking Cannibal Corpse without going full heavy like that.
Yeah.
Because like Cannibal Corpse is still just a little too heavy for TV.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
a little
yeah.
bit.
Just their vocal sound. But
I mean, they made it in Ace Ventura.
literally
yeah.
look up Cannibal Corpse vocalist real quick. And
Corpse Grinder, the neck that never gives. Yeah.
yeah, I was about to say it literally is Nathan Explosion, but like,
Yeah.
actually like crazier because the thumb shape of his neck.
That neck is just so gnarly, man. Him and Corey Taylor.
Yeah, what I think's really funny is that his like thing since he's always touring, when they go tour, he apparently goes and
stuffed
wins a
animal
bunch,
thing?
wins a
Yeah.
bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
claw machine shit.
That's so
It's-
cool.
It's just like something to do while you're like in a building, like, oh shit, I gotta nice. Just donate the toys because you obviously like, oh, I don't care, I don't want these.
Yeah.
Like, such a weird such an interesting little quirk that makes a person just that much more interesting,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, it goes against entirely what you'd think the guy would be like just based on his looks or knowing that he's in the band that he's in.
yeah. Well, it's also like, it seems like such an interesting hobby, like playing a claw machine,
Yeah.
and then it's like also, yeah, a very nice outcome of it too.
I mean, he's old, man. Claw machines were probably his thing when he was a kid.
Probably. Shit. Yeah, Ben's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only thing I know about that band also is that like when he was a teenager, he was basically a jock, and him and his friends would literally just like listen to music in their room and fucking headbang, which is like, yeah, no wonder you got that fucking neck if that's
Dude.
all you did as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Well, guys, it's been fun hanging out. we had a fun little episode of our not political episodes going on again.
Yep.
But yeah,
Probably
tell us about your
probably a
hobbies
third
too.
of it.
Yeah.
About a third, yeah.
What niche hobbies do you guys have? Let us know. Like and subscribe, all that fun jazz there.
Cooper, I hope you're watching this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, my little brother has been watching our show.
Oh,
hell
nice.
yeah.
Listening.
Hi, little brother of Alex.
Yep, Porter, we love you, buddy. Thanks for listening. You fucking rock. And I'll see you on Monday, brother.
Porter, tell us what you've been doing in the comments.
Well, thank you guys. You all have a good night.
Oh,
Peace.
we
Good
haven't
night
done this
and
in
good
such
evening.
a long time. Is there any plugs other than obviously like my link will be, the Chuck Bailey stuff will be in the description and all that. Do you have anything else to plug like that?
I got about 3 weeks left of this election season. You can put my shit down below there too. I'm just gonna be glad to be done with it.
Yep. Unless you win.
Oh fuck!
Doug,
Don't
you
even
got
put that
anything?
evil on me, Doug.
You got anything, Doug? No.
Nah, I mean, I've just been kind of moseying about. I am hoping to do some TikToks or something.
DFL Doug, Doug Lee Stick on TikTok.
Yep.
And then, of course, don't forget to follow us, Hooligan Media 819 or just Hooligan Media. Next Friday,
Next Friday,
whenever these will come out.
Hooligan ladder match for charity on the moon.
You're dumb.
The Hooligan ladder match to crash the Blackstone Fortress in Acadia.
The Rock's okay though, right? He's gonna be all right.
I don't
He's
know.
the last Arcadian.
He
Yeah.
is.
He's the
He is
last.
Blackstone, isn't he?
Yeah, Blackstone. Does he have a darker cousin, Alex?
Darker.
Yeah, because all his... If Roman Reigns is his cousin or whatever.
Uncomfy.
Oh, no, his dad's the Blackstone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because his dad's
dad
a
is
black.
black.
Yeah. There we go. All right, that's probably not a good place to leave it off, so we're not racist. Goodbye.
Or misogynist.